How the Dividend Stock King with another video. Today I'm talking about one of my biggest, not my biggest, but one of the hardest things about dividend investing that I've uh, been through as of late is uh, how do I say it? When the market is down, right? When the market is down, you want to buy. Okay, my job, or this is my personal opinion, right? I'm not giving financial advice, but in my personal opinion, your job as a dividend investor or an investor in or any type of investment, your job, your number one goal is to get the asset, whatever you're trying to acquire, at the cheapest price possible. So if you're into real estate and there's a house that you want to get into, your job is to get that house at the cheapest price possible. Same at a car. You're at a car auction, the auction on the car. You want to get that thing at the cheapest price. You want to overbid or go to it start at $500 and it goes to $20,000. You don't want to pay that. Your job at the auction is to get the cheapest price possible. If you're an investor, your job is a say in real estate. You want to get the house at the cheapest price possible, right? Um, that's the easiest way to put it. You want to get that thing the cheapest price possible as a investor, right? So that's your goal as an investor. You want everything cheap. You want to get your stock cheap. You want to in life you want to get things at the cheapest price possible. You don't want to pay full price for something. We don't have to. If you're going on a trip and on vacation with your family or whatever, you want the cheapest price possible, right? If you go and get a rental car and you have two different people selling rental cars, one is selling them for $300 cheaper, then you probably go with the cheaper one. Your job in the stock market is to get the stock at its cheapest price. My issue is that I want to pay off our home, our house, with these dividends. And the problem is, when I get my dividends, the price is cheaper. I'll give you a prime example with Coney. Here's Coney. The dividend came out today. The price, 34 cents a share. So I'm getting about $330, $300 some dollars, right? Now, I can cash that out and use that to pay on the principal of our home. Or I could buy more Coney. Okay. It's hard to decipher what to do because if Coney was past my average cost at $10.47, I probably would have took the cash and paid on the mortgage. But since it's Daniel $3 less, it's gonna drop down. It's gonna drop down 34 cents Thursday. So it'll be at $6.70. Then it might go back to $7, but not go up that fast to a point it's gonna go back to $10. So it's like, well, I want the share too. That $300 give me about 40, 45 shares. I want the shares too, but I want to pay on debt. And sometimes we do a hybrid approach where you take half the income, you reinvest it, the other half you take towards we're trying to pay off, we're trying to accomplish. This is the hard part. I get another one. Alti. Alti pays weekly. Alti is at all-time lows right now. They decided to pay 10 cents. Today's Wednesday, the August 20th. August 20th. So they declared 10 cents. This is going to drop 10 cents to tomorrow. So it'll be at 5.60. With my average cost is $8.32. And guess what? Getting Alti for $5.60, 70 cents is pretty good because it pays every week. And it's hard not to take that dividend. Now, I'm gonna get dividend about $280, $88, which is nice, but it'll give me like 50 shares or shares to pile on to what I already own. So it's hard to do it. Now, I thought about a hybrid approach where I'll take half the money, say it take 150, put on the principal payment, and the other money I just reinvest it. I thought about that approach too, which is kind of a dual thing to do and think about. I thought about that too, and that's fine. I can do that too. But when the price is this low, again, another thing that I think about is every share is equal the same. Well, not equal the same. If you bought Coney at $20 and I buy it at $7, right? And you decide to pay 34 cents, right? We'll both get 34 cents. The only difference is I got mine for $7 and you got yours for $20. So yours cost more money than me. So it's you get the same value from every share. It's the same value as everything else. So not sure what to do. I'm leaning towards reinvesting all of it. The AMDY, the Coney, the UOTY, and the YMAX, reinvesting all of it because that's the number one thing for me to do. If I had to pick one thing to pay down principal or pay down debt or reinvest the dividends, I would reinvest because that reinvest dividend gives me more shares. And if I lose my job today, all I have is my brokerage account. It's not gonna matter how much I pay out on the principal of the house or debt. What's gonna matter is how much income I have coming in. So I'm leaning towards reinvesting all of it. But it's the problem I struggle with almost every other week because I can really make a dent and pay our house off in like 8 or 9 months, 11 months. But the problem is these stocks keep coming down in price. I want to own them at the cheapest price. So what do you guys think? Like TSYY is paying me $11.11. I'm not cashing that out. I'm gonna let that roll back into it. I got dividend reinvestment on too, and that would give me a share and some change. But that's what I'm thinking about doing. So I'm thinking about doing that is rolling it all back into it. Can't believe Coney last year in 2024, it paid $1 a share every month last year. And I'm hoping one day in the future it will go back up to $14, $15 and pay that dollar. I'm gonna go over $1,000, Buy the shares now. My mindset is buy the shares now and get what you can now for the future. So if it does go up in price, they pay 80 cents or 70 cents, you get $700, $800, or maybe $1,000 because you got over 1,000 shares. That's my mindset. Don't it's but now if Coney was $11, I'd probably be more inclined to take the money out or do a hybrid approach where I take half of it, reinvest, the other half I would. Because my thing is, I wasn't gonna buy no more. After 1,000 shares, I wasn't gonna buy them on Coney. Because Coney is below my average cost, number one, and number two is cheaper. I kept buying Coney. So that's my rules at certain ETFs. I get 1,000 shares, I stop buying it unless it's below my average cost. If below my average cost, I'll continue the dollar cost average down. It will lower my average cost and I get cheaper shares. So right now I'm leaning towards reinvesting all of it. Get more shares because again, that's the only thing that matters in dividend investing, how many shares you own, because paying down a mortgage is fine. But if you lost your job today, you paying down your mortgage is not going to help pay the light bill and the water bill. These dividends can do that. Okay, I can't live off paying off the mortgage or paying down a mortgage. I can't live off that. But I can live off these dividend investments. So I'm gonna reinvest. But let's just say if Coney was $15 and my average cost is $10, I probably would do the hybrid approach. Took half the money from the dividend, reinvest it. The other half I would have probably put towards the principal, and that's an even balance. Or I might just take the whole dividend out and pay down the principal because I don't want to buy them more anyway, beyond my cost. But what you guys think? Let me know what you think in the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time.